I'm still not happy. Okay, I'm still not happy that this push towards the upside is going to continue. Okay, now I know, we've had this nice rally towards the upside. However, I still think that this is possibly a bull trap. That is how I see it, and I'm going to talk about why I think that as well in this video. But right now, okay, we know that last week I did enter a trade. I entered a trade around this level here. There was some confluence coming in for me, telling me that it was a good opportunity to short. And yes, we saw the price pull back. However, we came back and tested this level again. And for the third time, we've tested it. And we've actually broken above this level. Now, I said that I would potentially close this trade if we broke above here. However, I have not closed the trade as of yet, and I'm going to talk about why as well. I still have that stop loss in place. So if it hits that stop loss, then yes, of course, I'm going to get stopped out of the trade. But there's a reason why I still think we are going to see the price of Bitcoin pull back. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm going to be talking about. That's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So as we can see, Bitcoin has broken above this sort of important Fibonacci golden pocket. And yeah, we're above that value area high, which if we're going to stay within this range is actually a really, really good opportunity to sort of short this area here. I've been using this strategy. If you've been following the channel, I've been using this strategy for 2.5 months. Okay, we've been longing the value area low and we've been shorting the value area high, and this strategy has worked for me, so I'm going to continue to use this strategy, and that's what I'm doing. As you can see right here, we are in a trade as of right now. It's in a slight loss. Okay, if we come down here, 5%, just over 5% in a loss. But that's okay, because we've got that stop loss in place, and I'm expecting lower. I am still expecting lower, and I'm going to show you why now. So what we're looking at here, okay, is all the signs for me that the price is going to pull back, because we've had a bearish divergence from this previous high here to this previous high here. So we bring up the RSI, we can see that bearish divergence. Okay, we've had the high and then we've had the lower high here. However, if we come on the RSI, we're forming higher highs. So this is a textbook bearish divergence. We are also seeing this on the likes of the 8-hour. Okay, you can see that there. We're also seeing it on the 12-hour, and we're even seeing it on the daily as well. So just going to the daily, you can see that on the price action charts, we are forming lower highs, but also on the RSI, we're forming higher highs. So this is another textbook bearish divergence. So we're seeing these bearish divergences, and the majority of the time they do play out. I have back tested this before, and in one of the courses that we are going to bring out, I show you me actually back testing this, and 74% of the time we do see bearish divergences play out. So it's looking pretty likely, well, there's a pretty high chance that this bearish divergence is going to play out, and we are going to see that price pull back. I'm also going to talk about another reason why I think we're going to pull back as well. But right now, just looking at these bearish divergences, we're actually forming another bearish divergence on the 4-hour. Okay, so we have price. Let's get that pen tool out. There we go. So we have price forming higher highs, as you can see right there, but the RSI is forming lower lows. Okay, so another bearish divergence right there. This is one of the reasons why I haven't closed the trade, because of the break towards the upside. Okay, I've just let that trade ride out, and if it hits the stop loss, then fair enough. Okay, we move on, we look for that next trade. However, it hasn't hit that stop loss, and we're forming a bearish divergence. So for me, I do still think we're going to see that price pull back and potentially come down to the value area low at around $16,165 to be approximate. The RSI is also in that overextended territory. So that's another sign to me that we could see that pullback. So those are the first signs to me, or telling me that we are going to see a pullback sort of from this $17,200 level, potentially all the way down to $16,200 roughly. So those are some of the signs that I'm seeing. To add on to that as well, we're going to look at the 12-hour and the daily. Okay, so the 12-hour here, I've been talking about this pattern for a while. Okay, we have a descending triangle, as you can see here, and we broke towards the upside right there. But the volume is the most important thing within these patterns here. Okay, a lot of people just tend to trade these patterns. However, they don't actually use the volume correctly when trading these patterns. When trading these patterns, We want to break towards the upside. We want to see nice volume. We want to see a nice spike in volume. However, we have not seen that big spike in volume. The volume, other than that, other than that big spike, has played out perfectly within this descending triangle. What we want to see within a descending triangle is the volume actually decreasing, and we have seen that. Okay, that was some strong signs telling us that this pattern could potentially play out. However, that final little thing we want to see is that massive spike in volume down here. Okay, we want to see a bigger spike in volume than sort of all of this volume within that within this descending triangle here. However, we didn't get that on the break towards the upside, and that's okay. Okay, that's okay. We can wait for the volume. Okay, the volume can take some time to come in. However, the volume just still isn't coming in. Okay, we've broken out of this pattern on the 30th of November. Okay, it is now the 5th of December, and the volume is still not coming in. Yes, we are pushing slightly towards the upside, but we are just consolidating sideways mainly. And I said this to you last week. I said if we're not going to get the volume in, we're most likely going to consolidate towards consolidate sideways, potentially consolidate slightly towards the upside. That's exactly what I told you, because this is what tends to happen. If the volume doesn't come in, we see the price consolidate, we see the bulls try and push the price up. That's why we tend to get the consolidation towards the upside. But the bulls there's just not enough bulls, okay? And they're not grasping control, and they're not continuing that momentum, pushing the price higher, okay? They're not strong enough. And what tends to happen when the volume doesn't come in and the bulls don't grasp control and keep that momentum going is that the bears finally take control, and then they completely dump that price. Okay. And this is why I think this pattern could take us down to 14,000 if that bullish volume cannot come in. The bulls are not going to come in. As you can see here, the bulls are not stepping in. If they're not going to step in, we're going to see that price roll over, and we're going to see the price dump. This is what happens every single time. And a perfect example of that is this example right here. Okay, it was actually on the daily that this pattern was, but the exact same scenario happened right here only a few weeks ago. Okay, we had a bigger pattern. I know it's a bigger pattern, but it's still the same thesis. Okay, we had a descending triangle. Okay, and on the breakouts, okay, as you can see right there, we had a breakout and even a retest as well. Okay, we had a retest and we had a bounce off of the previous resistance as support. No volume, just no bullish volume coming in. Okay, and what did we see? We saw the price consolidate sideways slightly towards the upside, okay? And then what happened is the bulls could not keep that momentum going because there were not enough bulls to push that price up and grasp control of it and push the price up. So what happened is the bears stepped in. They said, right, if you're not going to push that price up, we are going to dump the price. Okay, and that's exactly what happened, okay? Because you can see the bears steps in right here. Massive, massive spike in bearish volume right there, and as you can see, the bears just pushed that price all the way down to $15,500 approximately. So this is what happens if the bulls cannot bring that volume in. We are going to see that price dump, and the bears are going to take control, because right now the bears are in control. The bears are still in control, even though we are getting that slight push towards the upside. The bears are just taking a break. They're letting the bulls have their little pumpy action, and then they're going to step in again. But this daily chart shows it perfectly. Okay, I know the pattern's on the 12-hour chart, but it is respected on this daily as well. But here with the volume is decreasing. Okay, and we're pushing towards the upside. This is not a good sign at all. Okay, this is really, really bad. We've seen it here. Okay, the volume again on this breakout, the volume was decreasing ever so slightly, but still decreasing. And then the bears took control. So for me, this is not looking good. For me, this is looking like more of a bull trap rather than a break towards the upside. Now, yes, if you traded the break towards the upside, okay, if you longed this break here, which personally I wouldn't have done, because of the volume. Okay, so say you longed from 16,873, it would have been a nice small trade. The take profit would have been around $17,500. It would have been a 4% move, with a bit of leverage. Say we put 5x leverage on, it would have been a fairly nice trade. But for me, it's not even hit that target as of yet. And I don't think that it even will hit that price target of $17,560 approximately, because we're not getting that volume in. Okay, just looking at the daily volume, the volume is decreasing, but the price is trying to push towards the upside. Okay, it's just not sustainable. Okay, it's not sustainable. And what most likely is going to happen is that the bears are going to take control. They're going to be like, right, if you're not going to keep the momentum going and pushing that price up, well, we are going to dump the price. That's what I expect to happen. And that is why I'm in this short position. Okay, yes, it's in a slight loss, but I'm expecting the price of Bitcoin to dump if the bulls are not going to step in. And right now, it looks as though the bulls don't want to step in and keep that momentum going. So I think the bears are going to take control here, and they are going to push that price down. So, you know, re-looking at what I've just been talking about there. Okay, we have the bearish divergence here. We're at that value area high. You know, we've been using this strategy for a while, looking for bearish divergences, looking for horizontal levels, and using the fixed ranges. Okay, we've been very successful using this strategy over the past 2.5 months. You know, we've taken nine trades, 8 of them were winning, 1 was a losing trade. This is our 10th trade from, you know, the 2.5 months that we've been sort of trading quite a lot. And yeah, we're going to see how this trade plays out. But for me, you know, as I said, if we cannot get this bullish volume coming in, the bears are going to take control and push that price down. Just looking at some of the comments here. Hey, brother, been waiting for you to perform a TA on Harvest Finance, aka Farm. I think I did look. I'll have another look at it, but I think I did look at it, and I don't know if that was the one that wasn't on TradingView. I know I looked at one and it just wasn't on TradingView. But yeah, I'll have a look at that at the end. Crypto Invest, good to see you back. Good morning. Yes, please make sure you smash that like button. If everyone in here could just smash that like button, I would really appreciate it. I can continue to bring this TA to you as well. Good morning, everyone. Like button, please. Let's get this video moving. Yes, I would love if you could just smash that like button. It would really, really help me out. Volume on Bitcoin is terrible. I'll be adding to my short on any pumps. Yeah, the volume is looking terrible. You know, this daily chart here shows it perfectly. Okay, each pump. Okay, so we've had just going over it. Yeah, we've had this pump here, we've had this little pump here, this little pump here, and the pump that we're having now. Okay, every single pump. Okay, so we've had the first pump here. Okay, volume was high. Okay, but then the second pump right here, the volume has decreased. Then we've had the third pump. Okay, the volume decreased again, and now we've had the fourth pump, the volume decreased again, and now we're having we had the consolidation here, little pullback consolidation period, and now we're having another push towards the upside. But the volume, okay, is even lower. Okay, this volume right here is even lower. It's not looking good for us. This, you know, is a perfect example of a bull trap. Okay, getting the bulls really excited, but the momentum is just not there. Then the bears take control and push that price down. So that's what I'm expecting, unless the bulls can take control. Okay, if the bulls can grasp control, keep that momentum going, then yes, we could see the price push to sort of that next target. And Crippy, I know, you know, you're looking at this as well. Potentially the price coming to $18,500. But that is not going to happen if the bulls cannot bring in the volume. Okay, so for me right now, because the bulls are not bringing in the volume, it's looking a lot more bearish than bullish right now. So that is what I'm looking at. You will be keeping a close eye at the market open. Yeah, when's the market? Oh, the clocks have gone back, so I'm still not adjusting to all the time. So the clock, yeah, I will keep an eye on the market open, and if anything, you know, major happens, then you know, of course, I will come live to you always. But yeah, should I short Bitcoin now? Well, obviously, I cannot give you financial advice, but I can tell you what I am doing. And what I am doing is I am shorting. Okay, I'm in a short. It's in a loss right now, but I'm expecting this to be a winning trade because, you know, everything is just telling me that the price is going to push down. Now, you know, for me, opening up a short right now is, you know, probably a viable thing. You know, I could even potentially add to this short position here. You know what? I'll do that right now. I will add another 25% onto this short position right now, because there are signs telling me that the price is going to pull back. So Let's go for a market entry, 25%. Add to that short position. There we go. I've added to that short position now because I'm confident that this price is going to pull back as long as this bullish volume is not going to come in. Okay, so we've got this bearish divergence right here. We're at that value area high. Okay, we've got this momentum towards the downside on the RSI, and momentum towards the upside on the price action chart. Textbook bearish divergence. We're above that value area high, which has been very good shorting opportunities. And then we have this possible fake out right here. Okay, we've broken towards the upside. That's all well and good, but the bulls need to keep that momentum going, but they're not doing that. Okay, and the volume is just decreasing. Looking at the daily volume, so for me, it's looking more of a a bull trap rather than an actual break towards the upside and a continuation. So for me, I am shorting, and I'm going to continue to hold this short position unless it hits my stop loss. Okay, I've got that stop loss at, I think it's 11%. So I've got that stop loss in place. If we get stopped out, that's okay. We move on. We look for another trade. We've been really successful recently, so I'm hoping that this trade is going to play out as I expect it to, because all the signs are right here for me. Did you get stopped out of your? Did you get stopped out of your recent trade? No, I didn't. I'm still in the trade, and I've just added to it live to you right now. I didn't get stopped out of this. No. It came close to that to my stop loss, but no, it did not get stopped out. And yeah, we've been stopped in the past 2.5 months. We got stopped out on one trade, and then a few hours later, we shorted again, and we made that and more back. So, we've been really successful with our trades recently. The New York session will start soon. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look what the futures are saying. ES1. What's ES1? Okay. Well, the futures look to be going down. So we'll have to see how that affects just the traditional markets rather than the futures. But it looks as though let's have a look at the daily. Yeah, it looks as though the traditional markets are going down today. So we'll see when the market opens. We'll have to see what happens. If anything major happens, then of course, I will go live. S&P futures also hitting major resistance. DXY at a support area. So all looks good for shorting in the meantime. Yeah, so for me, actually, I don't know what resistance level you're looking at, but on the S&P, looking at the S&P, this is S&P E-mini futures. But yeah, my resistance level is actually at $4,150 approximately. But yeah, there is some slight resistance actually right here. So you are right. If we're looking at here, we've had a slight fake out there, but resistance there. We can even drag it back in. Bit of support there, but support here on the break towards the upside, support there. Then we pushed up, we broke down, had a slight fake out here, and yeah, as you can see right here, we are getting rejected from this level at approximately $4,090. So yes, we are at resistance there as well. And we've sort of got a hidden bearish divergence here as well. So price action towards the downside, but RSI is pushing towards the upside. So some signs there that we could see a pullback on the S&P futures as well, on the S&P 500. DXY for me, it is at a major support level. Okay, we do have sort of a major support level sitting around sort of this big box here. Resistance here, rejection. Then we've had more resistance here, and then we sort of used it as support there. Broke up, major support here, and we tested the support here. Still sort of in this zone, depending on how we draw this box. So yeah, DXY is at support, I would say. But yeah, I'm not really looking at the DXY right now for sort of predicting where Bitcoin could go, because they were inversely correlated, but they sort of parted ways slightly over the past few weeks. We've seen the DXY pull back, but we've also seen Bitcoin pull back as well. So for me, it's not the best thing to be looking at right now. Previously, they were very inversely correlated. Whatever the DXY did, Bitcoin did the opposite, and we use this in our trading strategy as well. But for me right now, the DXY is not the best thing to be looking at. The Dad Dan, nice to see you back. Hello all. Nice to see you back here. But yeah, as I said, just going over quickly, Bitcoin, we've broken towards the upside, but this is just a textbook bull trap. Okay, volume is going down on the breakouts, and momentum just cannot continue if the bulls don't step in. So the bears are most likely going to step in and push that price down. I did say we would have a look at Ethereum as well. Ethereum is actually at major resistance right now. We have this horizontal level sat here at $1,300 approximately, and as you can see right there, we are getting we're getting rejected as of right now from this resistance level. We also have this support level coming in here as well. And if we have a look at the volume, the volume is decreasing as well. So for me, if Bitcoin is going to pull back, I would expect Ethereum to pull back as well. If we break towards the downside of this support level here, this diagonal support level, and we get some nice bearish volume coming in, I would expect to see Ethereum potentially come down to $1,070, $1,080 if we do get the volume on the break towards the downside. So that's what I'm looking at here for Ethereum. But we're just waiting for Bitcoin. We're just waiting to see what Bitcoin does. And for me right now, the likelihood of it is that it's going to be a bull trap, and we're going to see the bears take control, and possibly this is the pattern that could take us down to 14,000, which, as we know, is a major support level. As you can see right here on the weekly charts, this monthly level here has been very well respected. It's been support all the way back here in 2017, 2018, and it's been resistance in 2019 as well, literally to the dollar. So this is a very important level. The next support level, if we break that, then we're potentially looking at 12,000. But yeah, right now for me, I think this could be the pattern that takes us down to 14,000. Okay, if the bulls do not step in, the bears are going to step in and push that price down potentially to 14,000, which is a major support level there as well. Quickly, let me just have a look at farm token, crypto. Farm USDT Binance. Let's have a look at it on there. Daily. Okay, so it's a nice big wick towards the upside. I find it hard. Is it a small cap? I'm guessing it's a very small cap. Yeah, not much volume coming in. It's very hard to sort of look at technical analysis on sort of. Oh wow, okay, so that's dropped a lot. This is all time. This is what I don't get on Binance. Is this just a scam week all the way up to just almost 1,000? And then it's not looking good right here for me. But yeah, I find it very hard to sort of do some TA on stuff like this, because as it just looks very messy, very messy, as you can see right here. Let's go into the shorter time frames. Let's see. Within how long do you think the crash might happen? Okay, so it's easy to sort of predict where the market, fairly easy to predict where the market is going to go, but one of the hardest things is to predict when that is going to happen. Okay, so just going back, I'll come back to this, but just going over that quickly. It's very hard, okay, because we need the bears to step in, and we need sort of that one or that group of bears to sort of start it, and then everyone else sort of follows. Okay, so we've had the bulls, okay, push the price towards the upside, okay, but we haven't had the rest of the bulls following, okay, to keep that momentum going. And what tends to happen, with these bear traps is, people see this, okay, we get these big bears coming in, pushing that price down, and once those big bears step in, all the other bears follow, because we're in a bear market right now. There are a lot more bears than bulls right now. And we just sort of need to wait for those first group of bears, those big big whales to start it off, and then everyone else follows, and that's when we see the move. So right now, I'm not actually seeing. I'm seeing lots of bearish signs, but I'm not seeing that the bearish move could happen right now. Okay, once we start seeing a bigger spike in bearish volume, that's when we can start looking at potentially it being well, the pullback happening very soon. But right now there is still a possibility that we could get bullish volume coming in and pushing that price higher. So we just got to wait and see. All you've got to do is draw this pattern on your trading view chart and keep an eye on this volume here. That's all you've got to do. Okay, if we start seeing big green bullish volume coming in, then we could potentially see the price coming up to $18,500. But if we start seeing the bearish volume coming in, then we're most likely going to see the price dump and potentially, as I said, come down to 14, all the way down to 14,000. But yeah, we can't really put a time frame we can't put a time frame on it. We just got to wait for those the big group of bears, the big whales to start that move, and then sort of everyone else follows. So you just got to keep an eye on the volume, and that's sort of when you can sort of predict that the move is potentially going to happen any minute now, or any day now, if you know what I mean. But yeah, looking at farm. For me, to be honest with you, I'm staying away from altcoins. I've been saying this since the channel started, because we've been in a bear market the whole time that this channel has been up and running. I've been staying away from altcoins because if I was in altcoins, my portfolio would be down a lot more than it is right now. What I did when the price started to pull back and I was seeing signs of a bear market, this was before the channel was actually up. I shifted the majority of my portfolio. I took profit off of all of my altcoins and shifted it into actually a bit just Bitcoin, literally just Bitcoin. And obviously I took profit as well, putting it into some USDT as well. So I had a lot of USDT as well. But I got in. I like to say that I got into Bitcoin fairly early. Start of COVID around 3,000. Sorry, when COVID happened, sort of 3,500. So I'm not too bothered if the price is going from 40,000 all the way down to possibly 14,000. It's not. I'd rather have that Bitcoin there held and just continue to trade. That's how I make the most of my Bitcoin, by actually trading. So yeah, right now I'm still not looking at getting into altcoins because I still expect another drop on Bitcoin, which we're going to see another potentially 20% pullback for altcoins. So that's why I'm staying 20-30% pullback on altcoins. So that's why I'm staying away from altcoins right now. I can't give financial advice, but I would not suggest looking to get into altcoins as of right now. And if you are, obviously DCA. Okay, if you can start your DCAing from here, but make sure you have some cash left over to buy the dip when the dip comes, because I am expecting another leg towards the downside, because with the bulls are just not, they're not pushing the price up. Okay, just it's bull trap after bull trap after bull trap. So yeah, this is why I'm not expecting to see a push towards the upside as of yet, and I'm not expecting to see a bottom because of this volume right here. So yeah, for me, altcoins, I'm still staying away from them. And to be honest with you, this farm chart does not look too good. I don't like to chart. I don't like to chart stuff like this because just look at the fluctuation in the price. It's not the best thing. It's not the best accurate TA at all. So for me, I would stay away from sort of trading stuff like this. Tokens like this, they're more of a better for a long term. A long-term holding, and for me, I'm not sure on the fundamental side of farm tokens, so I don't know if it's a good investment or not. I put most of my alts into gold and silver. I'm not gold and silver. Let's have a look. We've got gold and silver on here. Let's have a look. I haven't looked at gold in a while, to be honest with you. But yeah, that was probably a smart, that's a smart move, because the the alts have been hit a lot harder. Gold has been hit a bit, but not as much as those altcoins. So, that was a very smart move, and that's what you got to do. You got to get into stuff that's more stable. The majority of my portfolio is actually in crypto. So I like to keep it there. Of course, I've got stocks as well, but the majority of it is in crypto, and the most stable cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. So what I do is I take profit on the altcoins and put it into Bitcoin. That's what I do. I play both sides all of the time. That's the best thing to do. That is, you want to be diverse in it. Ethereum. I did take a look at Ethereum. We've already had a look at that. But yeah, just the thesis for me is that this is a bull trap. Okay. This is a bull trap for me, unless the bulls can step in. But it looks as though they don't want to step in. So for me, it's looking more of a bull trap, and the bears are most likely going to take control and pretty much follow this line right there, potentially all the way down to 14,000. So that's what I'm looking at. Volume is looking perfect for a bull trap. So that is the way I'm swinging, and yeah, that's why I'm short, as you can see right here. Currently 3% in a loss, but I'm expecting the price to pull back. All the signs are there. So yeah, we that's what I'm doing. I'd just like to. Did you get stopped out of your recent trade, JK videos? I did have another trade open, which was a pretty big trade. We made around $4,000 on that trade, and that trade, I would love to still have that trade open, but for some reason that trade got closed. I'm not sure why. We took profit on that. We took $1,500 profit off of that, and then we had almost $2,000 in a profit, unrealized profit left in there. And I was hoping to let that trade ride all the way to the bottom of the bear market potentially, but unfortunately that trade got closed, which was really quite annoying. I don't know if because I had a stop loss in, but I moved the stop loss to break even. I thought, but maybe I'll put in a trailing stop. I'm not too sure what happened there, but that's quite annoying. But again, we move on. We look for the next trades. I found my next trade, and I've told you about it. I've told you what I'm doing, and I am shorting. So that is my plan as of right now. If anything changes, of course, you will be the first people to know about it. But I'm in that short. I'm expecting lower. Volume is looking perfect for a bull trap. We've got bearish divergences. We're at value area high, and the main thing is that volume. It's looking perfect for a bear trap. So that is what I am expecting. So I think that's everything I've got for you today. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. I hope it has helped, and I hope it has given you an understanding of where the price is most likely going to go if said thing happens. As in, if the bullish volume doesn't come in, we're going to pull back. The bears are going to take control and pull that price down. But if the bulls can step in, we're going to see that price push towards the upside. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you smash a like. I do really appreciate it. It does really help me out. And if you want to trade on the likes of Bybit, link is in the description. There is a deposit bonus of around $4,000. I'm pretty sure up to $4,000. So make sure you use that. And yeah, thank you very, very much for watching. I will see you in the next live. And yeah, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, turn that bell notification on. And thank you very, very much for watching. See you later.